All right, let's welcome in Florida Senator Rick Scott. Good morning, and continuing our coverage with the war. I got to get, Senator, your reaction to what, in Trump's words, he called a love tap on Iran. Of course, the recent clashes in the Strait of Hormuz that threatened this ceasefire. I really am just questioning whether Iran just wants to kick the can down the road, or they're really serious about negotiating.
Well, you have to assume they're not serious. But you have to take Trump seriously. I mean, this is a guy that I would not want to be on the opposite side of. So he's done the right thing. He's protecting American lives. He is trying to make sure that Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons or ballistic missiles, or continue to support proxies that want to kill us and our allies. So he's doing the right thing. He's protecting American lives. He doesn't want to put boots on the ground. And Iran, I'm hopeful that they're going to come around and understand this is the end. They are not going to continue to be able to threaten America and kill Americans like they've done for the last 47 years.
Senator, to shift gears and talk a little bit about redistricting. We just saw in Tennessee redistricting happening in Memphis. But to talk about your state, Florida, I know you guys are you're drawing multiple lawsuits. What do you foresee happening on that front?
Well, the legislature's passed the legislation signed by the governor. So now, I mean, just because they say it's going to pick up seats, you know how you win. You win by getting votes. When I ran in 2010, I had to get 500,000 Democrat votes to win, and I did because I talked about the issues important to people. So these districts are very important. But the most important thing is great candidates with a great message, and you got there and bust their butts to win these elections. So I think we've got to look all around the country and make sure our districts are fair for Congress. But in the end, you got to go win your races. It's not going to be because of some district set up to win your races. It's going to be because you have a better message and you bust your butt to do it.
I love that take.
Yeah. So I do want to turn to another crisis unfolding across the Sunshine State. Florida on pace for a record wildfire season with nearly 2,000 fires already burning, more than 120,000 acres in risk because of severe drought conditions. What's your assessment so far of what needs to be done at the federal and state levels to make sure that we're doing everything we can to protect property and lives during this very real threat?
Well, I've spoken with and I've visited the wildfires. I've spoken with a lot of the firefighters. I've spoken with the ag commissioner. He's got boots on the ground. They're out there actively fighting these fires. It is a dry year in the northern part of the state. I was up there on Wednesday, I guess it was, visiting our firefighters, and they're out there working 24 hours a day to make sure that we one, get these fires out as fast as we can. Two, there's no lives lost.
Mm-hmm. The Save America Act stalled in the Senate. What's happening with that?
Well, we'll be back on Monday. We've got a few things to get done. We've got to get the reconciliation done to do what the Democrats won't do, fund ICE and CBP. We've got to come up with how do we get reform done to make sure FISA is not allowed, so your federal government is not allowed to continue to surveil Americans. So we've got a nomination package to get done to support Trump's nominees, and then we got to get back on how do we secure American elections. Republicans want it, Democrats want it, independents want it. The only group that doesn't want it is Democrat senators. They don't want you to have to show an ID to vote. They don't want you to have to be an American to register to vote. Why? There's only one reason why. They want cheaters. Because they know their policies are radical. They don't understand the American public anymore. They don't understand America is the good guys. What Republicans believe in is the right things for families. So we've got to get this passed. The way to do this is get on the bill and keep talking about it. Force a talking filibuster, right? So people have to talk, and then when we finish talking, we vote.
Senator, before we go, I got to ask you about your former colleague from Florida, who's now basically changing everything around the world in Marco Rubio. My goodness, we're seeing him as the Secretary of State, National Intelligence Director, White House Press Secretary, DJ. Is there anything that Marco can't do right now?
Does he have a clone?
Yeah, Marco's doing a great job. He was a great U.S. Senator, and he's doing a great job in the Trump administration. And we're all proud of him here because he's a great Floridian.
He's doing a great job. There's a meme every day. I love it.
There truly is. Thank you, Senator. We appreciate it.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.